What's up, my nerds? NODROPS here with my first series and my newest adventure, my Hardcore Iron Man. If you were unaware of what RuneScape is or what a Hardcore Iron Man is, then you most likely clicked on the wrong video because this isn't for you. Basically, during the series, I'm going to attempt to go as far as I can with the 1 to 3 lives provided to us as Hardcore Iron Man. My ultimate goal in this count, though, is to be able to die all 3 Nox weapons. I hope to provide you with a phenomenal journey in hopes that I don't die during it. However, if I do die, I will attempt to continue as a normal Iron Man. But most Iron Men end up just quitting because they lost their hardcore Iron Man status, so we'll see what happens. I just want to remind you that this isn't one of those efficient series, and I am not the best at PVMs, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Mistakes will be made during this video. But all in all, I hope you do learn something from me, and I'm sure I will learn something from all of you in the comments below. Anyway, welcome to episode 1. As many of you have probably already guessed, this is the point of the game where I'm going to grind out a bunch of boring skills and do several boring quests to progress through the joke we all know as the beginning levels of RuneScape. Nonetheless, they are important as they guide us through this journey to the future. So bear with me here. But before I show you all these boring clips of me getting levels, I have 3 rules to discuss with you. The first rule is I cannot use my normal Iron Man to advance through God Wars Dungeon 1 or God Wars Dungeon 2 drops. Number 2, this series will be a mix of me playing on my computer, my phone, and my tablet. So if you don't like that, then too bad. I don't have 10 hours a day to sit in front of my computer like some people do. And lastly, the third rule is my computer is not the best, so my graphics will remain the way they are. I am not rich, I cannot afford a new setup, but I'm making do with what I have. So don't judge the graphics. You can judge anything else out there. The way I'm playing, how I'm playing, what I'm doing in the game. I don't care. Just don't judge the graphics because they're not going to change. With that being said, let's get this party started. Lego. As you can see on my screen right now, I'm purchasing membership. I'm going to log into a member's world. Following that, I'm going to be traveling around to each lodestone and activate it for future travel purposes. Hit up Lumbridge first, and then Draenor Village, Port Sarim, and lastly Falador. I was a little scared for the next one, but I went ahead and did it, and here's the Wilderness Lodestone. And how about that? I bet we can all agree on how much of a joke White Wolf Mountain is. And why did a human cross White Wolf Mountain, may you ask? To get to the other side. And just to save time on an already long video, I'm going to skip past the rest of these, as I'm sure nobody wants to sit here and actually watch people get low. However, there are 2 very important items that are must grabs at the beginning of this game. The first item that I'm going to grab is the Ring of Kinship. This ring will give me that quick and easy teleport option, as well as allow me to start my dungeoneering skill as soon as possible. The next item that I would recommend any RS3 player to grab right away is the Wicked Hood, which you can get from Tam McGrubber and Birthrope. This hood will allow me to do 2 things that will tremendously help me later in the game. First, it's going to allow me to teleport to an altar, withdraw its essence, and then craft the runes. This way, whenever I start bossing in the future, I'll have a good stack of runes ready to go. The hood also allows me to teleport to the Wizard's Tower, where I will start my starting goal in this game, which is 90 rune crafting via Runespan. Let's get started. As you can see, I've switched over to my mobile device, and now I'm just grinding out those boring beginning levels of runecrafting with 10 runecrafting. And here's another level at 20 runecrafting. And also 30 runecrafting. Fun times. Something I would like to start doing while I'm grinding out my runecrafting levels is my daily caches. Caches are OP. As you can see in this video, I jumped right to 16. And as I go back to runecrafting, I'm now hitting level 40. Lucky for me, runecrafting is pretty fast up until level 60. Well, it's a new day, a new cache, as I hit 27 divination. I'm not going to show you all of these, as that would be redundant, but know that I am doing them. Coming in hot with another milestone with 50 runecrafting. Another day, another cache with 32 divination. As runecrafting continues to get slower, and I didn't have much time to play this day, but here is 35 divination and also 37 divination. After what seems like ages, I hit 60 rune crafting. Some of you may be asking why I'm trying to go to 90 rune crafting when I can get a T75 weapon from the quest shop. Well, there's actually a couple reasons. The first one being I want to unlock ports as soon as possible, and this is a really easy AFK skill. Second, I absolutely hate rune crafting, and I don't want to do it in the future. So after hitting 65 rune crafting, I figured it's probably about time that I start some of the quest line. So I'm gonna start prepping for the waterfall quest. I figured if I die the waterfall quest, then all of this rune crafting was for nothing. So I went ahead and got 10 fishing and cooked all of that up. It ended up getting me to 14 cooking. So I'm gonna use this food and go ahead and go do the waterfall quest. Alright, there's the waterfall quest complete. Easy XP, got to 30 attack and 30 strength. I would suggest anybody starting their journey to do this quest first. Honestly, it was a complete joke. I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but the fire giants right before the final room are not even aggressive, so they don't attack you. I didn't even need to cook that food that I did before, so yeah. So since I was already questing, I decided to do a couple other beginning quests. The first one I did was the cook's assistant, and that allowed me to get 15 cooking. And then I stepped over to Port Sarum to do the quick quest impressing the locals. Impressing the locals unlocks the port's area for the individual player. I know I don't have 90 of any of the port skill yet, but it does unlock the ability to help Meg every 3 days. And if you help Meg, then she gives you coins as well as an XP lamp. So it's really important to start that so you can get that easy XP every 3 days. So if you remember in the intro of this video where I said mistakes will be made, well, right here is where I made my first mistake. I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and do the easy wilderness achievement tasks so I can get the 2 XP lamps that give 10k each for any skill. I guess I should have researched these lamps first because what I didn't know is that it only counts for skills that are level 30 and above. I thought I was going to get off easy and be able to put these lamps in a herb lore for early levels. That was completely wrong, but hey, at least I have the wilderness easy achievement task done, right? And you can't bank XP lamps from any of the achievement diaries, so I guess I'm just going to keep them in my inventory until I get 30 herb lore. And now it's back to the daily grind with another cash coming in at 42 divination. Okay, so I've went ahead and set my next goal. It's almost the end of the month, and I realized that I need to be able to do the giant oyster to get that monthly clue scroll reward as well as easy fishing and farming XP. So my goal right now is to be able to do Beneath Cursed Tide before the end of the month. So I gotta get several levels to 30 before I can start this quest. So let's see if I can finish it. So I was going to show myself going through all the low-level skill requirements for Beneath Cursed Tides, but instead, I think I'm going to show you a not-so-proud moment in mistake number 2 on this account. I want to start by saying that this may be the lowest moment for me in my RuneScape time, and I played this game as a young preteen. I wasn't even good with girls at that point in time. So, I don't know, like almost half a year ago, Jagex released an update that changed RuneScape as we knew it. Have you guys heard of the mining and smithing rework? Because apparently, I haven't. I sat here at Goblin Village for almost an hour trying to get a bronze spear drop. See, I want to start clues as early as possible and do every single one of them that I get along my journey on this account. I stopped my cursed tide leveling to do an easy clue I got while woodcutting. It came to a step that required a bronze spear. Before said mining and smithing rework, I could just go here and get a bronze spear drop. I was sitting here getting bronze salvage, and it just occurred to me the golems don't drop them anymore. What is worse than all this is that I was complaining to my friends about this, and no one said a damn thing for almost an hour. Honestly, I'm thinking I should just uninstall this game. Unfortunately, I missed the recording for this, but I will show you that I did get 70 rune crafting. Okay, so I was able to get all the level 30 skill requirements to complete Beneath Cursed Tides. This quest was probably the most annoying just because no one ever wants to go back to the tutorial island, especially do it differently than they knew before. But it does unlock the giant oyster, and I got 30 prayer, 30 fishing, and 33 cooking from completing this. And now I can try to get the oyster next month. Unfortunately, I was unable to make it to the oyster in time to collect this month's clue reward. However, while doing this, I got 31 fishing and 5 farming. Alright, so this is where I think I'm going to end this video. I feel like I've made a lot of progress, especially in the rune crafting skill, as well as completing a couple of those beginning quests to start out. Hopefully by the next episode, I can have level 90 rune crafting and start my ports adventures as soon as possible. This is my very first video ever, so please feel free to leave comments below and tell me how I did or what you liked about the video or what you want me to do in the future. If you want to join my friends chat, you're more than welcome to, and I will also post the Discord server in a link below. And with that being said, NODROPS signing off. See ya.